Secretary Kennedy, my first question is that there is a tremendous amount of research that shows that greater engagement with one's health leads to better outcomes. In recent years, American innovators have created and improved wearable devices so that not only are consumers able to better engage with their health through monitoring data, but they are able to share that data with providers. I believe American consumers, in line with the 21st Century Cures Act, should be able to access these innovative wellness tools. Secretary Kennedy, do you agree that consumers should continue to have access to these tools?
Absolutely. In fact, we're about to launch one of the biggest advertising campaigns in HHS history to encourage Americans to use wearables. It's a way of people can take control over their own health. They can take responsibility. They can see, as you know, what food is doing to their glucose levels, their heart rates, and a number of other metrics as they eat it. And they can begin to make good judgments about their diet, about their physical activity, about the way that they live their lives. We think that wearables are a key to the MAHA agenda, making America healthy again. And we are going to, my vision is that every American is wearing a wearable within 4 years.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Following up on my previous questions, what steps will you take? And you just said that you're going to do a big announcement next week to access digital health tools to track, monitor, and improve their health while also ensuring appropriate patient data privacy, security, and protections. In dealing with some of that, I have had questions come up when I've spoken to medical groups about wearables and the privacy. Do you have anything reassuring for that, or would that be part of the announcement?
Well, as I said, we're going to do a major advertising campaign encouraging Americans to wear wearables. I've personally had friends who've utterly changed their lives just from wearing a glucose meter. And they've lost weight, they've lost their diabetes, diagnoses, and you see this happen again and again. And it really has a miraculous impact on health in our country. And it's $80 a month, and we're exploring ways of making sure that that those costs can be paid for. The Ozempic is costing $1,300 a month.
Right.
If you can achieve the same thing with an $80 wearable, it's a lot better for the American people.
Great to hear. My office and I myself are also doing the same thing. I think we share the same belief that digital health tools, including telehealth and remote patient monitoring, are steps in the right direction in ensuring healthcare access. Specifically, I've been a strong advocate for the use and coverage of remote patient monitoring. During your time as Secretary, what progress do you hope to see in terms of access to and improvement of remote patient monitoring tools?
Remote patient monitoring, you mean like AI and AI nurses? Is that what?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we are working on that.
Okay, Shalom Israel first and foremost. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, Hashem, YAHAWASHI, Hashem, Wakwakwadah, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Shalom to my Wakwakwadim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. This is Brother Kawakab coming at you with another lesson. Today's lesson, we're going to be talking about the M to the O to the T, you know what, alright, to the last letter, to the second letter of the you know what, of the alphabet. Now, basically, this lesson is on this video simply because this brother had uploaded this video. Definitely go check this out because I'm gonna link this in the description. But basically, he had uploaded this, and I heard what they were saying. And in this, they're basically saying that Maha. Okay, that's going to be the new slogan, which make health great again and whatnot, or make America healthy again, Slovakia. And basically, this was a lot of this was stuff that I was hearing a while ago, where they were basically trying to make that appeal for the whole M to the O to you know what. All right, and the way that they're making the appeal is because they're saying they're using things that people definitely, they're using a metric or a thing that people actually actually need. Slocky, that's the thing. Actually need, which is a very commonplace issue with American people, or Babylonian people more specifically, where they don't have any self-control. They don't take care of themselves. So what they're going to do is like, instead of having to, take care of yourself, you have this device that's in your body that will automatically tell you, hey, as you're eating these diabetic foods and stuff like that, we have a device that's going to consistently monitor your health 24/7, so that whenever something bad is about to happen to you, we can just go in and put some stuff in your bloodstream, and it will calm down your stuff. Now it might sound, good and dandy at first, or through the initial stages, but in actuality, their true purpose is for monitoring. Okay, the true purpose is to monitor you, and what better way to monitor you? All right, because Slockit, that was another thing. The thing was, they want to be able to monitor and control how people literally think. They want people to think exactly how they want them to think. Which, by the way, that's kind of been what they've been doing with the C9V, where they've been getting people to think that if you are against the C9V, then you're a threat, you're a problem, even though people with common sense, they had came to the conclusion that this is a worthless thing for me to get. All right, or other people can get it, but me personally, I'm not going to get it. If you thought like that, and you would be given a negative stigma. Okay, so they're also trying to get people to think like China, where China has this social credit score or whatever, where if you even just litter, you have a bad credit score. If you even just act like a bad neighbor, because China is constantly monitoring their citizens, all right, then people are going to look at you negatively. All right, I wish I had a video of that. Okay, but hold on, let me see. Does China monitor? So yes, there is. It is. Whatever. Let me just get some of these precepts. 2 Corinthians 2 verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And one of the main things that I'm trying to convey is how, even in this video that you saw that I let play in the beginning, he was trying to push it off as something that was a positive. He was trying to say, oh yeah, like you guys, you definitely want to get this because we will be able to stop people from getting sick. We'll be able to monitor your health. Everything's going to be so good. The American people, we're all so sick. We're all so overweight. We're going to be able to be healthy through this new implementation, and we want everyone to be a part of it in 4 years. I think that's what he said. All right, and again, that might all sound good the way Esau puts it out, but in actuality, as a matter of fact, let's get that as well. Psalm chapter 55 verse 21, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. So it might sound, oh yeah, nice, smooth words, but in actuality, he has his sword drawn. He had his actual purpose, which is that of war against the people. All right. this is how Esau acts, where it might seem like, oh yeah, peace and love, man, all that good stuff, but in actuality, there is a nefarious plot that he has planned for the people that actually believed his kind words. Now, that's another one. Revelation chapter 16, verse 14, for they are the spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world to gather them to the battle of that great day of Yahawadah Almighty. This is another thing where, they are the spirits of devils, those working miracles. They were the ones working miracles. They're the ones, I think, didn't he say, I wasn't paying attention all the way because I had saw this yesterday, but basically, he was basically saying, I think he said miracle like a few times. See if I...
And the privacy. Do you have anything reassuring for that, or would that be part of the announcement?
Well, as I said, we're going to do a major advertising campaign encouraging Americans to wear wearables. I've personally had friends who've utterly changed their lives just from wearing a glucose meter. And they've lost weight, they've lost their diabetes, diagnoses, and you see this happen again and again. And it really has a miraculous impact on.
There. Oh yeah, that was he. You heard it one time. That's basically enough. I'm gonna just take. I'm just gonna take that. Call him YAHAWAH. He said it had a miraculous impact, and people are going to say that oh yeah, you need to be able to monitor your stuff, and while you're monitoring your stuff, you're not going to be the only one that's going to be able to monitor your health. Other people are going to be able to monitor it as well. Okay, which this is a thing that me personally. Now this is not even me just speaking as a trying to warn as a man of the Lord, but this is just me speaking in general. I'm trying to say that this type of stuff, I've never trusted this type of stuff. It's like motion controls. These technology has never been reliable. Okay, like you can never really trust technology. Even with AI might be useful, and I might use AI to make certain lessons and whatnot, which I have done, of course. But also at the same time, this technology, there's room for error. All right, there's been times when I have Googled something and used the AI to collect information, and it gave me information that I knew was flat out incorrect. There have been times when when it comes to motion control stuff, motion control messes up. Okay, there have been times when it's like there may be a potential for you to, I want to monitor it, X, Y, and Z, and then lo and behold, someone else is monitoring your stuff as well. Like there was a baby monitor. There was a baby monitor that was hacked, and some devil was talking to this couple's baby through a baby monitor. They spoke in the speaker of the baby monitor and was saying stuff to the baby behind the parents' back, and then the mother found out, just like, what the fuck is that noise? And then she was like mortified and crying, like, oh my god, I never thought that this type of stuff could happen and stuff like that. Which again, like that's just, I've never had that to happen to me, but then that's just a fear that I have developed because I do not trust. I've always had a bad, not necessarily a personally bad relationship, but I've always had a fear of stuff like that happening to me, where I always try to distance myself from certain vulnerable possibilities and stuff like that. All right, so yeah, it's some stuff like that. It's stuff like that happens that makes me overly cautious about technology, and me thinking like, okay, you know what, I'm never going to do this type of stuff. I don't care how far technology goes. Okay, I'm not going to do this, and I still do not trust technology. I don't even trust certain things. Like, I will never get certain things. Like, people say, oh, you got to update this, you got to update that. Well, fuck that update shit. It is never that serious. It's not that. Like, people have too much confidence in man, okay, in man's devices, all right, or Satan's devices as well. And Slocky, that's the thing. People have too much trust in the shadow of Egypt, and as in reference to Isaiah 30, 1 to, I believe it's verse 12, all right, where they just think that everything that Esau does, all the technology that Esau does, it's the best thing since sliced bread, and it's only going to get better when things it's only getting worse. It's only been getting worse. Okay, more and more ways to be exploited. Okay, especially with social media, people saying, oh, look at where I went, I'm over here right now. Okay, I went to this restaurant, for people to go, especially if you're a woman, you're letting people know, oh, you're at this restaurant, so that they can go stalk you and shit. All right, like, and women are more likely to show off stuff like that, and yet they're actively putting themselves in compromising situations for these creeps to go in and stalk them and kill them, or worse. All right, this is why I just, even me, as I'm not a woman, I still don't publicize my stuff. Okay, because you never know what type of person, what type of evil intent someone has for you. Okay, for whatever reason. Okay, even if you look like an Edomite, even if you are an Edomite. Okay, if you are an Israelite, no matter what, you never know what type of evil intent someone has for you. If they say, oh, look, this person is nearby where I am, let me go in and do something to them. All right. So that's just something that I want to show, because this type of stuff I hate. Even though I do enjoy and appreciate technology at times, I do not trust technology. I do not care. All right. I may love video games and all this stuff. Having a phone, maybe, kinda, I don't know, really, but I don't love it that much. Continuing on. 2 Ezra chapter 9 verse 1, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past which I told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it's the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Okay, so this is another aspect of it, all right, where we are measuring the time, all right, we're measuring the time, we're thinking like, okay, you know what, we're almost there, we're slowly making our way to the end. All right, Yahawadah, the Lord, is going to deliver us eventually. But some of the stuff that we're seeing is the main stuff that we're seeing right now, and we're talking about right now, is the MOT, the second letter to the second letter of the alphabet. All right, that is the main thing. That's the biggest thing that we're hoping and praying for. And you know, we have this person that said within the next 4 years. I'm hoping and praying that it's this year. Okay, I'm hoping it's today. I'm hoping and praying that it's tomorrow, whatever. Okay, but yeah, like these are the stuff that we're looking out for. All right, next, Ezekiel 33 verse 33, and when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them. And you know, so many people have been denying that this is the MOTB, okay? Because they've been saying that, oh, the MOTB is slacky. The MOTB is sin. The MOTB is this. MOTB is that. It's not a physical thing. It's X, Y, and Z. Blah blah blah. All right. I don't know why. I don't know. Like, obviously they're getting paid to speak against it. All right, so you know, these are the things that we fight against. All right. These are the things we fight against. All right. These are things that we let our people know that, hey, it doesn't matter what they're saying. This is the MOTB. You better, regardless of whatever these people say, you better know that this is the you better know that this is the truth. You better know that this is right. So you better stick to it. All right. Okay, so let's continue on. Ezekiel chapter 12, verse 27. Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel shall. Isaiah 12, 27. Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say, the vision that he seeth for many days to come, and he prophesied of the times that are far off. Therefore say unto them, thus saith the Lord power, there shall none of my words be prolonged anymore, but the word which I have spoken shall be done. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh. Okay, so all the prophecies that people say, oh, that's never gonna happen. That's not gonna happen for a long ass time. Okay, because you have people that are saying, oh yeah, where's the stuff? Where's the MOTB? You guys were saying that it's gonna be this. You're saying it's gonna be that. All right, or it looks and Slocket. That was another thing. All right, what's his name? Chief Ephraim, I think that's his name. I don't know if he still goes by that specifically, but from formerly from HOI, Chief Ephraim, he was over here talking about, it looks like the C9B might be the thing. Doesn't that mean that all these people are false prophets? All right. He was talking like that. He was basically saying that it seems like you won't be able to buy and sell and participate in society, when he was talking about the MOTB being sin or being a spiritual mark. He was talking about it being a spiritual mark, and then he was going to take the credit and say that if the V, the C9V is the MOTB, all right, then that means that he was right. He's going to say that, oh yeah, we were right. Okay, it was a spiritual mark. But again, that doesn't make any sense. If anything, that still makes us, or it makes, not, I won't say us, because I'm not affiliated with anyone. It makes the people that were saying that the MOTB, a physical, being the RFID, still right, because we were the people, people that said that was a physical mark, as I was one of the people that was saying that was and still am saying it's a physical mark. Okay, we were right, but he was over here trying to say that people that were saying that it was a physical mark are false prophets because it's not the RFID. All right, but yet someone called him out and said, well, that would also make, if the C9B is the MOTB, then that would also make you a false prophet, because you were saying that it wasn't a physical mark, because that's a physical thing that would be stopping people. Because it was during the time, I think 2021, or 2022, whatever, there was a time when people were starting to get afraid that they weren't going to be able to go participate in society at all, because there was a lot of different things that was leading us to think that, okay, well, we can't even participate. Okay, we can't even participate in society for certain things, because like they were saying, like, oh, you can't eat outside. You can't enter this establishment unless you have your thing, unless you have proof of what's it called. All right, these are the things that they were basically saying. These are the things that was being put into place, but we still were able to participate, buy and sell all this stuff. Okay, we got through it. All right, so of course that was proven false, but that was basically a thing that was scaring people into thinking like, okay, well, they're almost about to, it seems like they might just not make it. Okay, or make it mandatory for every citizen and whatnot. All right, almost damn near. All right, but yet, you know, again, if that was the case, like, I don't know why he was trying to claim that as, I was right about this, when he was saying that it wasn't a physical mark. As a matter of fact, I think he still says that it's a physical. There was a video done, as a matter of fact, where he literally says that he still says that it's a physical mark. He was complaining about that. As a matter of fact, let me get that. It was by this brother. Here it is. Chief Ephraim over here.
Shalom. Hey, I got the $1 million question, right? For those that claim the mark of the beast is a microchip, right? With everything going on in the earth, who's going to implement the mark of the beast? What nation is going to implement the mark of the beast? Because if you say it's all white people, you got to be specific, because obviously Russia is not doing what America is doing. China is not doing what America is doing. Iran is definitely not doing what America is doing. What nations or what white nation is going to implement the mark of the beast? Because if you say it's America, then obviously it ain't going to be the whole world. So this is where the doctrine kind of falls very short. It takes a deep dive, very short. If the mark of the beast is going to be a worldwide thing and you can't eat, right, and drink and buy and sell, right, all of this stuff with a physical chip, the $1 million question is, who's going to implement it? And I'm going to leave y'all with that, right? Because obviously the nations ain't getting along. And whatever NATO's doing, BRICS ain't with it. And whatever BRICS is doing, NATO ain't with it. So who's going to implement it? This is why I don't subscribe, and neither do the servants subscribe to the mark of the beast being a microchip.
YAHAWASHI.
Alright, so I'm gonna link this in the description as well. You can check it out yourself. But again, it's like I genuinely don't understand how that proves anything, or how does that prove that, oh, like that's not it's not a physical mark, it's a spiritual mark. Like I genuinely don't understand, like what does who implements it matter? What does that matter? Clearly, I guess that's not a proper term either, but basically what's going on is that they are in fact trying to implement a digital currency. That's number one. All right, that is objectively a true statement. Okay, you can literally Google that. They want to implement digital currency. Number two, for America, even if America is the only one that does it, or they started out or whatever, okay, it's literally nothing for these other nations to just implement it as well. Okay, like I genuinely do not understand, because there's already been other nations that are trying to implement this system into their society. There's already people that have the in their hands, scanning and buying stuff. You can literally, I think it was in Switzerland. All right, so it's like I genuinely do not know how this proves anything, or what he's attempting to say with that. All right, so yeah, that's basically I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, Hashem, YAHAWASHI, HAITIANS, double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, and Shalom.